Hey guys, what's up? Derek here from Bomb Socks with another day of Bomb Bites, where we feast upon the words of Christ one bite at a time. So with this idea of practical religion that I brought up a couple days ago, I want to hit chapter 3 of James, which has one of the most practical things that we can be able to do. Now you get into verse number 2 and it says, "For in many things we offend all. If any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able to also bridle the whole body. Behold, we put bits in horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, are driven of fierce winds, yet they are turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth." Great cross-reference takes you over to Doctrine and Covenants 123, towards the end, where it says that a very large ship is benefited very much by a very small helm in the time of the storm, being kept workways with the wind and the waves. With that said, back to James chapter 3, verse number 5, "Even so, the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beasts, and of birds, and of serpents, and of things of the sea is tamed, and hath been tamed of mankind." But then you got this powerful verse number 8, "But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison." I think we all understand what that means. "Therewith bless we God, even the Father, and therewith curse we men, which are made after the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be." And I think we all understand that idea, that out of the very same mouth where we can give blessings and be able to give wonderful compliments and be able to share goodness, those are the same things that we do out of the mouth that can be able to just absolutely destroy someone. James is absolutely hitting the nail on the head with how we struggle in this life. And it's how we decide to use our words to bless other people's lives or to curse them. Now, this is brought up really well in a talk from Elder Holland. Elder Holland gave a talk called "The Tongue of Angels." It was back in 2007, where he addresses this very thing, gives a wonderful commentary on James chapter 3 right here. Go ahead and watch Elder Holland.
Said James, "For in many things we offend all. But if any man offend not in word, the same is a perfect man, and able to bridle the whole body." Then James makes his point. The tongue is also a little member. But behold, how great a forest a little fire can burn. So is the tongue a fire among our members. It defileth the whole body. It is set on fire of hell. Well, that's pretty straightforward. Obviously, James doesn't mean our tongues are always iniquitous, nor that everything we say is full of deadly poison. But he clearly means that at least some things we say can be destructive, even venomous. And that is a chilling indictment for a Latter-day Saint. The voice that bears profound testimony, utters fervent prayer, and sings the hymns of Zion can be the same voice that berates and criticizes, embarrasses and demeans, inflicts pain, and destroys the spirit of oneself and of others in the process. Out of the same mouth proceedeth blessing and cursing. James grieves, "My brethren and sisters, these things ought not so to be." Is this something we could all work on just a little? Is this an area which we could each try to be a little more like a perfect man or woman? Let it never be said of our ward or our home or our neighborhood that the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity burning among our members.
Now, I remember years ago when I would teach James chapter 3, I use the word myopically here, focus on just swearing. Again, working with teenagers, I'd be like, make sure you don't swear and use bad words. That is only a small part of this. When you really break it out, there is so much more to this than just the words that you use as far as like vulgarity and things. President Russell M. Nelson this year, April 2023, gave one of the best talks ever called Peacemakers Needed. You remember how well President Nelson addressed this very same idea that's being taught in James chapter 3. Go ahead and watch this.
Civility and decency seem to have disappeared during this era of polarization and passionate disagreements. Vulgarity, fault-finding, and evil speaking of others are all too common. Too many pundits, politicians, entertainers, and other influencers throw insults constantly. I am greatly concerned that so many people seem to believe that it is completely acceptable to condemn, malign, and vilify anyone who does not agree with them. Many seem eager to damage another's reputation with pathetic and pithy barbs. Anger never persuades. Hostility builds no one. Contention never leads to inspired solutions. Regrettably, we sometimes see contentious behavior even within our own ranks. We hear of those who belittle their spouses and children, of those who use angry outbursts to control others, and of those who punish family members with a silent treatment. We hear of youth and children who bully, and of employees who defame their colleagues. My dear brothers and sisters, this should not be. As disciples of Jesus Christ, we are to be examples of how to interact with others, especially when we have differences of opinion. One of the easiest ways to identify a true follower of Jesus Christ is how compassionately that person treats other people.
Well, with all of that said, I would invite you to just make sure and be mindful and be able to do our best to be able to control what we say and what comes out of our mouth, what comes out of our fingers as we type things on social media, as we talk to people, as we communicate with people. Make sure that our words are designed to bless and not to curse. I love this principle and I love how practicable it is in our everyday lives. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And thanks as always for sharing these messages. We are so grateful that you do that. If you like this, click the like button. And please also go check out our amazingly comfortable gospel themed socks at bombsocks.com. You guys have a great day and we'll see you later. Godspeed. Bye-bye.